This is week 8, and this week is all about self-esteem and the moral self. Self-esteem and learning how to make moral judgments is something that grows over time. Children are not born this way. They develop those skills, and that's something that early childhood teachers have a fundamental role in fostering when the children are in the classroom. Marion chapter 7 is very good at explaining this. And then I just included that article because it really is a nice way to foster social and emotional development. Self-esteem is a really tricky thing. I mean, we don't want to foster little egomaniacs who think that they are wonderful and better than everyone else. But on the other hand, we want children to have a really solid sense of who they are and that they are wonderful in their own way, regardless of any differences or special needs. They are all special and wonderful. So, just a few things about fostering good self-esteem. And one of the things that I really am real bug about is this correcting language. Children are going to mispronounce things. They're always going to say things that are not quite right grammatically. For instance, in my first grade classroom, when we're learning about plurals, lots of times they will hook an S onto things that don't have an S. The fishes were swimming in the pond. The deers were in the yard. You don't need to correct that. All you need to do is use words correctly when you say them in sentences, and children will automatically pick that up. You don't have to say a word. Children learn by listening and observing, not by being corrected. Okay. Moral issues. I do want to point out Kohlberg stages because I think they're really important, and it's not quite as obvious in the textbook. When you get your early childhood folks in your classroom, they are right here in stage 1, trust me. Rules are absolute in their mind. If you say it, that's it. It's the law. And it takes a lot of time for them to come out of that absoluteness. Children don't have a sense of gray. There are shades of gray in almost anything. Some things are really absolute, but most things are shades of gray. But children do not see it that way, that sometimes there's a reason to make an exception and that's still okay. So it takes a lot of explaining. And one way that you help children develop a moral identity is by making clear to them that there's a reason for the rules. I might even explain that sometimes I have to change the rules a little bit because, and so on and so forth. And then just a few other suggestions about how to help children build good moral clarity. Okay, I'm not going to read it to you. You can do that on your own. And this week, your assignment is going to be rewriting some situations that children have found themselves in, and the teacher responses were not particularly great. You're going to be able to explain how you might do a better job and what it is specifically that those teachers did wrong. You'll read more about it when you get inside this analysis. All right. I hope you have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to set up a Zoom. Bye.